Hey everybody. Sorry, just trying to... I gotta put you somewhere. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just leaving work. It's like 9:30 at night. I just wanted to update you guys. I have, I've been feeling a little bit better lately, but not by much. My doctor did a bunch of blood work, and I have, she put me back on statins because my cholesterol, like all of it, is way, way too high. And I have Hashimoto's disease, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and apparently my thyroid, hold on, I've got to get a better mount for this car. My thyroid was very low. It was like 3, and it's supposed to be above 9 or something like that. So, I had to go back on lexothyroxine again, thyroid meds. But I gotta tell you, and also the vitamin D is low all the time, even though I take supplements every day. And so she had to put me on 50,000 IU a week. One a week, and it really helps your mood, your energy, pain management, because I was in so much pain. Like, I have been in pain for months. My lower back, like my whole spine is shot from my neck all the way down to my coccyx bone. The coccyx bone broke off when I was in a sledding accident when I was a kid, like 10 years old. I hit my sled came down on top of a pile of snow, but it wasn't a pile of snow. It was actually a big rock. And it cracked the sled in half right under my coccyx bone, breaking off my coccyx bone, and it fused to the side of my pelvis. So that caused a lot of spinal problems and scoliosis and stuff growing up. And I've had a lot of car accidents and falls, and boating accident one day that threw me up in the air. I went to secure the anchor, and the captain was driving the fishing boat way too fast, and he hit a wave, and I went up in the air and came down on my shoulders and neck, and I was laying there paralyzed for a few minutes, and then I just kind of shook it off. That's when I was 25, but it had done a lot of damage. It blew some discs in my thoracic region, really compressed the spinal cord, shattered some ribs, shattered my neck, and I didn't realize it at that age. And then I was moving a couple days later to Florida, so I didn't even know until I started getting a lot of like ALS symptoms and stuff, neurological issues, paralysis, cramping, twitches, spasms everywhere. And I had to live like that for many years until 2013, when I had my first spinal surgery on my neck, which was a miraculous thing because I died during surgery. But then I'm going to have to shut the light off, guys, because I'm getting on the highway. It was a miraculous thing because not only did I have an out-of-body experience when I died during surgery, but it was supposed to be a 3-hour surgery. It took like 4.5 hours. They had some complications, but the miraculous thing was the recovery time was 0, because of whatever the Lord did to me when I was under anesthesia, when I had my experience, my out-of-body experience. So, and that was good because my father was very sick, and he ended up dying a few months later, and he needed me. But then in then I had another car accident in 2015, snapped my neck again, messed up the surgery site. I had a big lawsuit, which I got like nothing for after all bills were paid. And I needed another surgery in 2017, which kind of made things worse. And I've just been dealing with basically a broken neck, according to the doctors, a crooked, broken neck. The screws are all twisted and broken. So it's a mess in there. So it really needed another surgery where a bar is supposed to be put in the back of my neck to fuse all the discs to. But nobody wants to do it because I'm on Husky. So I also have that from the boating accident, a huge mass in my spinal cord between my shoulder blades, which affects my heart and my lungs. So sometimes I can't breathe, especially if I lay down on my back. It'll cause heart heartbeat irregularities, because it's in the spot where the spinal cord, where it affects your heart rate, your heart and your lung function. So that's not good, and it's very painful all the time. So my whole back, and then lately, the past couple months, I haven't even been able to do any of my fife and drum gigs, and we have a very busy year this year, and I'm really upset about it, but I haven't been able to do anything because I literally have been having so much pain. I can't stand up for too long, and I can't sit for too long, and I can't even walk for too long. The pain from my lower back is so bad, or has been. So the good thing about the vitamin D2 50,000 IU and the levothyroxine for the very low thyroid, which made me gain a ton of weight, it's helping with pain. I'm feeling a lot better pain-wise, and also the biggest killer lately has been literally debilitating for months now. For months, I've been debilitating sleep, chronic fatigue syndrome. It has been so bad, it's been debilitating. I can't pray, I can't get stuff done, I can barely get to work, and when I'm at work, I'm falling asleep like while I'm working or while I'm standing up, while I'm talking. Like, it was bad. You mix the sleep apnea causes that as well, with high CO2 levels in the blood, and then you add not getting much sleep at night because of chronic pain and all this other stuff, and then on top of it, the chronic fatigue syndrome, and boom, you're just useless. And it was so miserable, and the pain, between the pain and the sleepless nights and the exhaustion all the time, there's no way I could work full time, and there's no way I could even pray much, focus on my prayer life, and there was no way that I can walk in parades or carry a flag or anything. So I've been basically down and out. Anybody with serious back problems or spinal problems know that, sometimes you're good, but sometimes you pull your back out and you are out for weeks or months. It's no easy thing when you have a back problem like I do. Every time I do one of the parades and I hold the flag or I hold the sword and I walk and I do color guard in the parades, I have tears in my eyes from the excruciating pain, okay? Now, you mingle that with serious heart problems, high cholesterol, thyroid issues, sensitivity to heat, and we're out there marching in summer heat sometimes. It's like 100 degrees, it's a disaster for me. So for my own good, I've had to miss a lot of my fife and drum gigs, and these people are probably getting a little upset with me, but I can't risk having a heart attack or pulling my back out and not being able to walk at all. Ending up in a wheelchair just to carry a flag or a sword in a parade, So, I wasn't that bad when I joined the fife and drum, but things got really progressive really fast. So, it really stinks, because the fife and drum I look forward to. I love the music. I love my country. It's what I can do for my country, to represent the United States of America, represent that flag, patriotism, the music. I love the old colonial music and the colonial times. And it really stinks that I can't even walk in a parade for a mile or two every once in a while. But what's even worse than actually walking in the parade, because you got to walk at attention, and you got to walk with your arms up, and the flag's got to be held a certain way, and it is very bad for me, for my back. People don't understand that. Which is why I can't play the drums and stuff, because I can't have it pulling on my back. It's too heavy. But, so I'm almost wondering, I'm just hoping that things will get better so I can get back into it, but there's times where I feel like I'm just going to have to quit because I just can't. And it really sucks, because that's all I have to look forward to, besides church. All I have to look forward to is seeing, normal brothers, normal buddies, doing these fife and drum gigs and coming together and having fun. I like to entertain. I like to carry that flag and represent my country. I like the music. I like everything it stands for. it's something I can be part of, you know? But this darn disability just seems to get in the way, and it's making it so I can't do much of anything, you know? So anyway, I've been feeling a little bit better lately. I've been sleeping a little bit better, a little bit. The mattress, I had to order a new mattress because this mattress topper, because it was just, with this condition, it's just brutal, and the mattress is all springs, and I have bad circulation. I can only sleep on one side, so it's been brutal. And I gotta use this sleep apnea machine at night and stuff. So, like I said, people don't realize, because I hide it well, and I got a lot to do in life, but I have really poor health and a lot of issues. So that's why I can't do so much. You know, I might look like a normal, healthy 42-year-old, but I am not. And it really bothers me that I want so much to be healthy so I can be like everybody else my age and play sports and just be a normal guy, you know? I've never been able to do that because my entire life I've had chronic, serious illnesses, heart problems, and everything since I was a kid. So, and chronic fatigue syndrome and muscular, you know, neuropathy issues and paralysis and spinal damage. And just, I've been like this my whole life. But it really, really got bad in around age 25 with that boating accident. And then from there, now I'm 42 and I am really feeling it. Like, I really feel it every day. And it stinks because people say, oh, just go to the gym, you know, do some cardio. You know, I can't do cardio. It hurts. You know, I can't jog. I have bad back, bad knees. I can't. You don't understand until you have a back injury what we're talking about. Oh, well, you can lift some weights, you can do some exercise, or you can do some free weights. No, I can't because of the way my spinal condition and neuropathy, my neurological condition, it's like having Lou Gehrig's disease. When you go and use your muscles, I can't use my arm for a couple days because I can't even shave my face because my arm and my hands and fingers will cramp up and I'll drop my razor or my toothbrush and I won't be able to use my hand. So you can't just work out like normal people because when you work out the muscles, they lock up on you and they cramp. So it's really like you can't really do much. You know, you just do what you can every day. You can't lift stuff. You just can't be a normal man. And it really just stinks. I've always felt like my manhood has been taken from me because I can't even throw a football anymore. And I used to be able to throw a real good long pass, you know, like I would have been a good quarterback. But now if I try to do that, I pull my whole back and spine and neck out and I'm crippled. So I'm very delicate. I'm like glass. You know, every time I drive in the car, I'm worried that somebody's going to hit me from behind. I'm going to end up in a hospital again or something. It's just, you know, but you got to do what you got to do. And there's just a lot of stuff between the fatigue and the vertigo. The vertigo is so bad that I can't even drive over a bridge sometimes, and I'm terrified of heights. Sometimes you feel like you're falling. You're just sitting on the couch, you know. And it's like if I even watch a movie with somebody, say like walking on a tightrope or something, I feel like I'm gonna fall. It's really weird how your spine and your brain and everything, you know, your spinal cord is nothing to mess with. It's very, very important that you keep it safe. Man, I forgot I have to go drop something off. All right. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know again. I just pulled into home and I got to go all the way across town again and drop something off. And it's 9:40 already. This is what I'm talking about. I don't get home till late and then I can't sleep at night. And I just go. And it's like, so I'm just grateful that these meds seem to be helping with the pain. It's amazing how your thyroid can affect pain, fatigue, moods, your weight gain, like all kinds of stuff. So it's nothing to mess with. And they damaged my thyroid I don't know if you can see this scar. They had to go in through twice here instead of going through the back to get to my spinal cord and my neck and take discs out, which shortened me from 5'11" down to like 5'9". And, what a mess. But what's the point? I'm at least not in a wheelchair right now. And so it could always be worse. So we praise God that I am functioning. You know, it's not that easy. But, you know, I have every reason to be on disability, but I can't survive on what little disability provides. And I'll never be able to do anything if I'm stuck on the state like that. So I just keep hoping and praying for a healing miracle. And, even now, like see this right here? It always cramps up on me and I'm stuck like this. It's like, and I can't move my neck. Right here, this whole thing is like always bulging out here because it's trying to compensate for the disc in my neck here. So it's like, it's like muscle pain all the time. Vascular pain. I have vascular disease. I got heart problems. I got, you name it, and I got it. And diabetes and the thyroid issue. So people need to give me a break. They really do. I know I look fairly decent, like I'm a healthy, normal 42-year-old, but I'm not. And I need to I need to face my limitations. I need to be honest with myself, what I can't. It's even hard to go fishing and stuff, I wanted to go kayaking and stuff like that and tubing, and I can't anymore because I can't even row. If I move quickly the wrong way, I pull out any part of my spine. It's bone on bone, and it's really dangerous. So I got to be careful all the time. It just stinks. I'm trying to figure out what I can do with my life. It doesn't require standing up for too long or walking for too long or sitting for too long. I can't do any of that. I've got to be able to constantly move around, move position, whatever. I can't lift stuff more than 30 to 60 pounds. I can't roughhouse. I can't be climbing ladders. I can't, there's a lot I can't do. And people think that, disability should be obvious. Like you should be all like, crippled or something in order to have a legit disability. But no, you don't understand. And I have quite a few serious health issues. My doctor told me that any one of the health issues I have could put a serious damper on my life. And I've got many. So many crosses to bear. As the Christians say. So, you just need people's help. You got to admit that you need God and you need the help and compassion of others to survive. There's just no way around it. You do the best you can. I used to be ashamed of my disabilities. I didn't want to admit that I had all these disabilities and limitations. And I also was raised by a family, obviously, who threw me to the street because they're not going to take care of me. They don't care. They don't want to. And they're cruel like that. And they know how many surgeries I've had, and they know that I'm not well, and they just don't care. We're not going to pay for your bills. We're not going to take you in. We're not supporting you. You're not going to stay in our house. You're not going to be unemployed. I'm like, I've never been unemployed for very long. I always worked since I was 16. I'm 42 now. I've had so many jobs. Like, I always keep going. I have to change jobs because my life keeps changing and the disabilities change, and I bounce from job to job often until I find one that I can work with. I've been with this one for years now because it suits my interest. It's not too many hours. It's flexible hours. I can sit down. I can stand. I do a bunch of different things. It's easier for me to be someone's personal assistant, to cook, to clean, to do the bills, and to be like I'm like a butler / CNA / whatever's needed, housekeepers / whatever. But it works for me because it changes. It's not too much. I can do it. If I need to sit or rest or even take a nap, sometimes I can, and the people don't mind. They understand. I can't do like Hoyer lifts and lifting people anymore and all that stuff. It is what it is. I'm very scared for my future. That's another reason why I wanted to be a priest, because even there's even disabled priests, and I figured that I could stand up long enough and stuff to do the mass. I'm not going to be doing construction work and stuff like that. It doesn't take that much to teach and preach. You can do it from a wheelchair. You can do mass from a wheelchair if you had to. There's deaf and blind and crippled priests out there. So I really wanted to do that, for the Lord and for people, but the church doesn't want people like me. If you watch the movie Father Stu, that's, they don't want people with health issues. They don't want to deal with it. It's so hypocritical because we're supposed to be there for people in need, the sick, the crippled, the poor, this and that. And we're always talking about being charitable and taking care of and being our brother's keeper. And yet the church itself does not want somebody like me because I might cost them too much, or my medical bills, or I'm too much of a hassle, a burden, and it's like, oh, wow. So you preach that we're all supposed to go out there and help people like me, but yet the church itself won't let somebody like me become a priest. or none even, and there's all these age limitations and health regulations, and they put you through. It's like they just want a perfect, gorgeous Abercrombie-looking 18-year-old, 19-year-old to go into the priesthood, and that's it. They better be perfect looking, they better be perfect health, perfect mental, perfect everything, and they better be brainwashable. And then, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to detract from the church, but this is how it is. This is not what Jesus would have wanted. I know that, because he chose the least likely. He chose the incapable, the unqualified, and he qualified them. He chose prostitutes and fishermen and carpenters and tax collectors and, like murderers to be his disciples. So why does the church have to look so down upon? They do the opposite of what Jesus did. It just irritates me. But anyway, I'm just rambling. I've had a headache. The headaches are also immense from my neck and from the Chiari malformation. And I have Arnold Chiari malformation of the brain as well. Hashimoto's thyroiditis, spinal damage. I don't mean to be negative and keep saying these things, but some people say, don't mention it. You're healed in Jesus' name. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm not. Okay? So it's not that I don't believe. It's not that I don't ask. If the Lord wanted to heal me, he could heal me just like that. He could make me 22 years old again if he wanted. He raises the dead. Nothing's impossible for God. I've been begging him for many years to remove these illnesses, and he hasn't. So obviously, he's either not going to or he doesn't want to for whatever reason. So I don't like when Christians keep going around, you're healed in Jesus' name. Okay, well, then how come I'm not? Oh, well, you must have sinned. Oh, maybe you don't believe. Don't tell me I don't believe, because I've actually healed other people. I've actually laid my hands on people and prayed, and they've come out of comas, and cancer has gone into remission for years. So don't tell me I don't believe, because I can believe enough to make miracles happen with the Holy Spirit, but yet I can't get healed myself. No, I can't I do try to speak health and prosperity over myself, but I can't lay hands on my head and say, be healed, Stephen, in the name of... You don't heal yourself. Come on. You guys go too far sometimes with this stuff. God is the one who uses you and I as a vessel, and if he wants to heal someone through us, he will. It's rare, but he does. If he wants to raise the dead through us, he will. If he wants to heal a crippled person, he will, but it's very rare. And it requires us, who are the vessel, to have incredible faith and to be holy. And that's hard to find, a decent vessel nowadays. And also, it's up to God. It's not up to us. So stop going around trying to play God and saying, oh, you're healed and you're healed and you're healed. And oh, yeah, oh, stop. Did you ask Jesus if he wants you to heal them? Bunch of circus folk around here. Anyway, like I said, go easy on me. Don't expect too much from me. I do the best I can. I do what I can. I make videos, ministry videos. I try to show people where we are in the end times timeline. I try to show you reasons for faith, that you need Jesus. I try to lead people back to church, back to Christ with my ministry, my evangelizing, my true self, my personal stories and testimonies. And that's the best I can do. And I work part-time because that's all I can do right now. And especially with my living situation right now, I'm taking care of too many people. I can't even work full time if I wanted to, until I can get my own place and be able to have my own schedule back and sleep what I need to and all that stuff and not have to take care of another person. But right now, Donna needs me and I need her, and my other clients need me. I mean, there's nothing else I could do. So I work Monday through Friday. 4 hours a day, $15 an hour. Now you try surviving in this world on that without the help of God or charity. I suffer a heck of a lot every day. It is very hard many times a week, many days, most days, to even get to work on time. I'm slowing down, it's kind of hard to move when you can't really move. You're partly paralyzed. There's just nothing. You're cramped up, whatever. But I'm not here to complain about that. I just want people to understand. But can I still act? I hear I can. I think I'm a pretty good actor, as long as I'm not trying to play Superman. Or some action hero. And can I sing? Yes. Can I read and write? Yes. There's a lot of things I can do. I can decorate. I can throw parties. I know how to create themes. I'm very good at a lot of artistic things, but I used to be good at landscaping and gardening and all that stuff, but I can't do the physical labor anymore. So, it just is what it is. And I am 42 now. I'm not 22 anymore. So what do you expect? You know, people get older. And so, no, stop telling me, please, just go to the gym. Or, oh, try this diet. Or, oh, why don't you weightlift? Or, if I could, I would. I miss going to the gym. I can't. Oh, don't say that. You could do it. I'm like, you're not in my body. You're not my neurosurgeon. You're not my doctor. Don't tell me what I can and cannot do in my body. I know my limitations. It's that bad. So just stop. Now, you know, I'm so tired of people putting pressure on me and telling me stop being negative and all that. No, nonsense. That's not what's going on here. I know what I am. I know what I deal with. If the good Lord wants to heal me, he will. Probably not likely. I don't know. But in the meantime, I do the best I can to survive one day at a time, every day. That's all I can do. So, that's it. God bless.